What is up, everybody? This is Mark the Mike, and this is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Inc. I am Mark the Mike. I'm joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And we always got a shit ton of wrestling to talk about. So, no further ado, we go straight into our wrestling retrospect. And our last week's pick was L.A. Knight slash Eli Drake slash, what was this luchador? Something Trump?
El El Hijo del Trump.
El Hito
Yes.
de Trump. Um, yeah, he was a very interesting one to fucking find shit on, cause there was a lot of I had to watch a lot of the promos because that's probably some of his best stuff is the promos, but like him versus Scott Steiner, him promoing with Scott Steiner, him tag teaming with Scott Steiner was fucking hilarious. The deletion with the Hardys and him, it was funny. All right, so
hmm
I'm gonna kick this off with my first match. And it is. I just sent it to you too. All right. My first one will be NWA Championship match. This was part of NWA Championship Wrestling in Hollywood. You may know this man by the backstage presence he has on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. Adam Pearce versus Eli Drake with
Yes, sir.
Prince Pringle the Third, aka Paul Bear. This is December 4th, 2011. And yeah, it was a really good match. It was a good promo match. It was about 13, 14 minutes long, but it had like a big rivalry feel to it. You got Paul Bear in the corner, egging on. He's the one that kind of discovered Eli Drake and shit. So that was actually cool. He was a manager for him for quite some time in the NWA. Great back and forth. He still had his presence. He still had his cadence and his promos and stuff like that. But it was still really good to watch and see early career of them too, and that Adam Pearce actually can go and actually was a great wrestler too. He did something very similar to like a clothesline from hell, and it was a great match. I'm trying to remember who won. I think Paul Pierce won because I don't remember
Yeah, he
Eli
rolled him up
Drake.
at the end.
Yes,
That's one of the matches I saw because I was surprised. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh wow, Adam
yeah.
Pearce.
That was yeah, that's my first match. That was a good one too.
hmm So the first one I picked, I sent you. It is Blue Demon Jr. versus El Hijo de Trump,
That shit had me fucking laughing.
and this is at Cinco de Mayo Coyotaco in Wynwood, 2017. So I do not know exactly what started this. I don't know how many times he's done this character, but Eli Drake is El Hijo del Trump, and he specifically calls him his father in a promo in the beginning of the match, which is actually pretty funny.
Yeah,
He does put on a little bit of a Trumpism in his voice, so you kind of hear it.
yeah,
Um, I mean, it's mostly a straightforward match when the action starts, but it's kind of a comedy thing. It's really an independent thing. I think it's Coastal Championship Wrestling is where it's
yeah.
at. I think this might be the place where I saw a Gangrel fight as well.
Okay,
It's an outside venue, and you can see it's very festive.
nice.
It's I recommend anybody watch it because it's pretty funny. It's lighthearted. It's not some serious take on anything. It's just being funny. And Blue Demon Jr. wins the match. But the only thing I have to say, which I thought was funny, was what happened to the rules because at one point Blue Demon takes this two chairs in the ring and then there's this thing where he hits him in the nuts with, with one of the chairs.
Yeah.
It was just like, ref, what's going on? Anyway, he beats him with his finisher and that's about it. But it's a very funny match.
Yep. All right. My next match is so there was a big. I had to watch the promo and then what led to the match. So Eli Drake challenged LAX for the tag team championship, and he was like, I don't need a partner. I could be you." But then he said, "You know what? I got a mystery partner for you guys." So it lined up being Scott Steiner and Eli Drake versus LAX. This is for the tag team championships. This was April 26, 2016, and yeah, it's Scott Steiner, and this is when I think I talked about it back when in 2016 when we were casting that he felt like a bag of potatoes during the Hurricanrana. Yeah, this was the match. He just
Okay.
felt like a bag of potatoes. It was a fun promo between them two, and they actually captured the tag titles off this match as well.
Really?
Santana
Okay.
Ortiz. This was when they were working in Impact Wrestling as well. So it was a really good match back and forth, and yeah, your champs were Eli Drake and Scott Steiner.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. The second match I have is kind of a two-parter because it goes into another match I picked. Um, this first one is it's on the Future Stars of Wrestling YouTube page, so you can check that out. It is From the Vault, LA Knight slash Eli Drake versus Willie Mack.
Nice.
Um, and this one, like you were telling me about Lucha Underground and how he was supposed to be there, I noticed that in this federation, there's a lot of guys that end up going to uh, Lucha Underground. So Willie Mack, I know he went there. Cross is there. There's a few other people too,
Yeah.
but this one in particular, they actually just do everything. They're inside the ring, outside the ring, damn near in the fans. Um, of course, LA Knight is mostly vocal during the match and stuff, and taunting and whatnot, which you expect. But Willie gives him the business. He does not have his current finisher, which is the thing he knocks you on your head.
Yeah.
It's like a back suplex into like a rock bottom, which
Yeah,
is kind of
that's
cool.
yeah. He used to use that in Impact as well, and then he started doing that forward DDT.
Yeah. So that's how he beats Willie Mack in this match, and I believe that furthers the rivalry. So
Yes. So my last one, I was not sure which one I wanted to do. It was out of two. It was when he won the world title or when he lost the world title. So
hmm
I'm gonna go positive, and when he won the world title, and this was let me get the date because I just watched it. This is August 24th, 2017, and this was closing. This was the Gauntlet for the Gold, and this is also Impact Wrestling when it still was the six-sided ring. I guess they brought it back during this time. Um, you had Eli Drake versus Johnny Impact versus Eddie Edwards. Um, I think Moose was in it. I think who else was in it? There was quite a few people in there, but it was pretty much a gauntlet match. They went back and forth, and it was a great match. Also, the six-sided ring always throws me off, but it was actually a really good match in there. And seeing that this was his first title win, he beat a lot of the top stars of Impact Wrestling at the time to get the title. So, um, yes, that'll be my last match.
yes, sir. And then my last one, like I said, is a continuation. Also from Future Stars of Wrestling YouTube. This match is Eli Drake versus Kenny King versus Willie Mack versus uh, Karrion Cross.
Yeah,
I believe he was Killer Cross at the time. So uh, Cross is the champion, and the funny thing is in the beginning, Eli Drake is pissed off because he was announced first. And he says, "Don't announce me. I'm the main event. You should always announce me last." And then he just gets decked right in the face, and the match starts. Is really funny. Um, that everybody in this match seems to have good chemistry, and it's just cool because I've never seen all of them fight each other. So it's cool to know that. I would actually like to see Eli Drake and cross paths again. That'd
yeah,
be cool.
they're both on the same brand.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Um, Cross retains, but barely. And he takes out Knight. So there you go.
Yeah, so I was just gonna shout out the other two I was gonna pick. The other three, I had another three matches I was gonna pick, but I didn't know which one I wanted to go with. I wanted to end it with the world title of Impact. But check out Cody Rhodes versus Eli Drake. That was actually a pretty good storyline match, and it kind of Moose interfered and got laid out. But they were fighting for that I forgot what was the title's name, but it was like a new title Impact had that pretty much I don't know, it was a really ugly belt. We got the name of the title.
Hmm.
But anyway, that and then also was EC3 versus Eli Drake because he was his heel when EC3 went face on Impact, and that was actually really good world title match as well. There's also one with Austin Theory though, yeah, Austin Aries, that was really good,
Okay.
and
Okay.
Pentagon Jr. took the title from him. That was a good one too.
I got you.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. He had like, a lot of shit in Impact. I forgot. Like I wasn't really watching at the time.
Yeah. It is safe to say, looking through these matches, that he has
Yeah.
a lot of different matches in a lot of different places, and that's kind of cool.
Yep. All right, we go to the week in wrestling. We kick off all the time with Monday Night Raw until another show like enters that before Monday thing. That Raw will always be number one.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah. Hey, they having issues with Collision right now. Um, but anyway, we kick off Monday Night Raw. We have an opening segment with Seth Rollins. Pretty much the crowd was hitting his music. This was also a really loud crowd. They were actually really enjoying it. Then you had Cody Rhodes' music hit. Then it went to Brock Lesnar, and then it went to F5, and then almost a Cody cutter, and then he's just laughing his way out the match. And then after that, Rollins was still in the ring. He began to speak, but then interrupted by Dominic Mysterio. So the Visionary and Dom will fight in the end of the night.
Hmm.
Um, so Priest stuck around because he fought Shinsuke Nakamura, and it was a really solid match. Really enjoyed it.
Yes, sir. And they're continuing to Priest's strengths because he's beating Nakamura and stuff.
Yep.
He didn't really have that much cheating. I do like the part where Nakamura was teasing, teasing mommy and then blew the kiss,
Yeah.
and then Dom caught it and threw it.
Yeah.
Like,
That
that's so stupid. That's so dumb.
was actually pretty funny. It was a good. It was a good like little thing, especially when you have someone outside messing with you.
Hmm.
You had Rousey confront Shayna Baszler about the Money in the Bank betrayal. I actually thought that was probably Shayna Baszler's best promo.
Everybody was happy about this.
Mhm.
She's a villain, but everybody's cheering her because she's beating up on Ronda Rousey. It is what it is.
Yep. Yep.
And she
Y-
said what everybody wanted to say. Hey,
yeah.
Ronda, shut up.
Exactly.
Put that microphone down. Shut up.
Yeah. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan come to ringside, and then we had a what was it called? They named it the match. What was the match name? Oh, the Tag Team Turmoil. And the teams included Sonya Deville, Chelsea Green, Kaden Carter, and Katana Chance, Emma and Nikki Cross, Dana Brooke, Tegan Knox, and Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. We had a lot of action going throughout these, but the lineup, the winner was Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. I had issues with this match, but it is what it is.
Oh, go ahead.
My issues was nice debut for Indy Hartwell, no like promo, why they're tagging, nothing. Then you also had like, at least one thing I'll give credit, they kept somewhat storylines in, especially with Nikki Cross and Candice LeRae and shit. But there was no like mention of like former tag team champs, NXT tag team champs, Candice LeRae and Lee Hartwell. There was no like backstory of stuff that which kind of just threw the match, and it felt like the match was just thrown in there just to have a match, and that was it.
No, I just thought it was good to see Indy show up finally. Cause I believe this is her first match, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Um, we'll see where it goes with her. I think Carter and Katana, they looked strong. I do feel bad because once again, Tegan Knox is just thrown in a tag team.
yeah.
It's a random ass
I
tag
feel like
team. But
her and Shanti have like the most tag team partners in the last 5 years.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
But
think Shanti has one up on her.
I think she might. Yeah. Has Shotzi won?
Yeah, she
Any
was
champ?
NXT tag champ.
She was right. She did. Well, at least she got that. All
Yeah,
right. All right. Um, that's my only thing. Is just like, man, take it. Just can't catch a break.
yeah,
I feel they should just let her breathe and be her own girl.
yeah,
See where that goes.
yeah,
Um, but other than that, I think it was good for Green and Deville. It
yeah.
was just like they talked all that trash and they actually won. So good,
Yeah, I
good.
actually like them as a tag team, and I'm fine. And they actually earned their spot this time, so I was okay with that. But again, you could have built some of these tag teams or have story going into it and like why they're tagging and things like that. There's little things like that that get you to focus on that tag team division because right now it's just everywhere. So those little hints of storyline or history from why they're there and shit like that help out, especially when you have a full match like that and people that haven't been on TV in a while.
The only thing I would say is I guess this is the first step because I don't think they're gonna stop with Indy and Candace,
Yeah,
but I kind of feel bad for like I said Tegan, but also Emma
Emma.
because
Yeah. Well, Emma's
what
stirring
they do.
shit. That's why at least Emma's stirring shit. Like she's talking, she's stirring shit with Nikki and Candace, saying like, "Yo, she's bad
And
for
I
you and
know,
shit." So she's stirring
but I
shit. So
also
I give her credit with that.
no, but I also know why she
Yeah,
wasn't spotlighted
yeah.
because isn't Madcap hurt?
Mhm.
So I get it. But uh,
But she
at
could,
the
girl could
same
wrestle.
time, no, but I'm saying at the same time, she's her own wrestler. So I kind of like don't understand why she hasn't been wrestling.
I agree with that. Like she's probably better than a lot of them there. So like I don't
Hmm.
understand why she's not there either.
She could be a great challenger for Rhea. I mean, like,
I'm saying, I'll take that.
that's the main thing.
They Aussies
I kind
too.
of feel, yeah, and taking Knox too. Like a lot of them were there at the same time
Yeah,
when Rhea was running around in NXT.
yeah,
It's just they're not using them to fight her, which is hopefully from this after that match, and they've been on TV again.
yeah,
They'll use them. You
yeah.
know,
We got Alpha Academy versus Viking Raiders. It was fun. It was
I thought
good
that was
promos and stuff. I
hilarious.
thought it was fun, and Alpha Academy win.
I think this is how you could, or rather, how they should have introduced Maxine into it. Because I'm pretty sure nobody. I'm not saying nobody, but it would have been less effective to just have her have a match
Yeah,
by herself with Valhalla. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
So I think this was probably the best way to do it.
No, I agree, and I thought it was
And then
funny.
have her have the win the way she did. I'm like, yeah, that's probably the best way.
Yeah. Before that, we had Becky Lynch call out Trish Stratus and Zoe Stark, and then she was
Which
just
is
talking shit.
hilarious.
Yeah, we were gonna get a match
Which
tonight, I guess.
though which is hilarious. I I'm with Trish. Why you had to mess up her face? Why you
Yeah,
had to do that?
she was jealous. That's why.
And then I like that Corey Graves. They don't have the little clip of what he said, but he was like, yeah, I happen to have a thing for women in masks.
Of
And I was like, oh, yeah, of course you would.
course you would.
So
We go to Rhea Ripley versus Natalia, and goddamn, we got a fucking awesome match off here.
I'm trying to think. I think this might have been the best women's match I saw this week.
Yeah, I'm going. I think I'm gonna say that as well. I'm finally happy they actually gave them time and actually had them actually have a match, because the last two matches it was like a ass whooping. That's pretty much what it
I
was. It was an ass whooping.
I
So
will
this
say
one, go
though,
ahead.
before you go further,
Hmm.
I think Natty was still like recovering from her injury. So
I think Rhea as well.
oh,
Rhea
okay,
had a
okay,
nagging injury. That's the reason why she hasn't been really wrestling. So there's a chance that that was the reason why they just did a fasting and let it go kind of thing.
oh, okay, gotcha.
But this match made it up for everything. Like this match was fantastic. It was a good back and forth. They beat the shit out of each other, and it
Hmm.
was a great match. This is like again, it's rare that I'll go back and actually watch a match again because how much shit we do watch. I watched this match again.
Hmm.
It was amazing the second time.
R.I.P. to Rhea's piercing.
Yeah.
In her mouth, she said, oh, we hardly knew thee.
Yep. She got
Natty
double
kicked it
foot
right
to
out
the
of her
face.
face. Oof.
2 feet.
That was a strong counter.
Yeah.
Like that's what you like to see.
Yeah. That I can't, that it looked like an Eddie Gordo kick that she caught with Natty too. That was a mean kick too.
There was a lot of stuff in here that
Yeah,
they
this
don't
match was
normally
really
do.
good. Yeah, but I liked the creativity that happened in the match. It felt like they had time to really experiment, and I if they go at it again, I want this time. I want time with it because let them tell the story, and they just showed 100%. They could tell a story. So if you're gonna have Natty and Rhea one more time, I'm fine with that as long as you give them the time.
True, but I just would say going forward
Yeah,
that sometimes you gotta give people that don't get the spotlight, like Natty, you gotta give them time anyway,
yeah, 100%.
because you kind of need to remind people why they're there.
Yeah,
Because like for it's been a while since Natty's had like time in a match. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Don't forget she was SmackDown Women's Champ.
She
She
mad
did her thing.
Guinness Book of Records, everything.
I mean, one of those isn't one of those world's shortest match
Yeah,
next to Aaliyah. So I'm just just say it like get sometimes, not all the time, but like sometimes give him some time.
we got Matt Riddle versus Giovanni Vinci.
Baldy,
Yeah,
his words, not mine.
yeah,
Baldy.
Baldy. Fun match. Very short, but kind of just made more sense of the story of what's going on, and then Drew McIntyre makes the save, and Riddle and McIntyre are going to team up tonight.
Hmm. And Big Drew back in the picture,
Yep,
stalking Gunther and his crew.
yep, yep. Io Sky taunted Rhea Ripley.
She needs to make up her mind. That's all I'm saying.
Hey man,
Need,
I'm
need,
fine.
she,
I'm
you
fine with her
know,
showing up on both and getting both of them scared.
yeah,
Shouts
but
out to Io has beaten Rhea before for a title.
that's true. This is true. This is true.
Yeah. And then our main event is Dominic Mysterio versus Seth Rollins. This was a fun match. I give him credit where credit's due. Seth Rollins win by DQ because you had Priest and Balor, and he was going about to cash in, and Balor got in the way, and there's some turmoil or some tension in the Judgment Day.
Yep. Uh, I I don't like it. Don't don't break him up. Don't do it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
yeah.
Don't do it.
But
They're so
um,
good together.
good storylines, good build up for everything. Monday Night Raw was good. We give Monday Night Raw.
I give it an
I go
A. I give
eight
it an
too.
A. Because I didn't really talk about the last match, but the match itself was actually really good.
Yeah, it was a really
Like the
fun
way he
match.
was the way he was messing with Dom in the match was like that.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that, I actually appreciate. So
But then again,
it added more character to it.
if you actually think about it too, like he has a lot of like Dom. If Dom has some experience with somebody, it is Seth. I think he wrestles Seth the most out of everyone that
Yeah,
he
that's
has
true.
wrestled. So they have good chemistry, and he knows how to work with Dom, and that it actually showed in this match.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm
But
just saying things like when he ran him around in the
yeah,
ring, when he did the three amigos
yeah, I
on
was about to
him, like
say Seth, you gotta get better with
he
that.
was
Like
messing with him.
that was ugly. That was
Yeah,
ugly three
it was
amigos.
if Dom's three amigos looks better than yours, you got a problem.
Yeah, exactly. Like you couldn't even swing your legs, Seth. Like yeah, you gotta get better with that. And he got the 5 star the Fox Blaster.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go A. It was a good show, good storylines, building and everything like that too. So I'm very happy with running that Raw. We go to NXT. Is this the right date? Yes, it's July 4th. It happened to be on July 4th. NXT. We kick off with the Creed brothers and Dyad would compete. Pretty much there was a lot of. Wait, where we kicked off? I'm confused. How they have it.
I don't think they have the in the order, so you gotta go down and find it.
Uh,
It was Davenport and
yeah,
Roxanne that
that's what
started
kicked
the
off.
show.
Roseanne Perez versus Blair Davenport. Solid match. Davenport
I think it
wins.
was a good showing for Davenport because remember it's been a while. It's
Yeah,
like
we
the
haven't seen
last match she had was a very quick match.
her. Yeah, and then before that, she fought for the title, and then she got hurt.
That's what I'm saying. It's been a little
Yeah,
bit, so
yeah,
good to see her.
yeah,
I see she took out Roxanne this time.
yeah,
So, but I thought it was funny that she beat her up in the smoke, and then like I saw the interaction between her and USA Network, and it was like this is the first time we ever seen somebody bring the smoke while the smoke was
yeah.
actually in the ring. That was funny, funny.
We got Ali versus Tyler Bate. Really good match between the both of them. Ali wins
Hmm.
by pinfall, and he's gonna fight Wesley for the North American title.
Well, he challenged him.
Yes, he did.
I don't think Wesley accepted yet. That's the thing.
It's booked on
Okay.
the Great
Well,
American
then
Bash.
Ali's got some power. Then, all right,
There we go.
all right. The only thing I have to say is once again, I am upset at Tyler Bate for wearing underwear and lugs in the ring. I hate his new gear
Yeah.
with a passion.
Killian Jordan with Dana Brooke versus Tatum Paxley.
So I know she's brand new. I think she was. Has she been on Level Up?
Probably. I
Because I
haven't
know
watched
they
it.
started the story thing with her and Dana. I think it was the week before.
Yeah.
So actually, she looks pretty good. I'm just saying, I kind of feel bad for Tatum Paxley getting lost in the shuffle because she's
Yeah.
just getting loss after loss after loss.
Yeah. And I feel like so this is my only thing, and this is something is coming with a lot of these athletic ladies. They all kind of wrestle the same. So between her, so Sakura, and that other one, what's her name, Danny something, they all like kind of move the same way, and it's gonna get lost for me.
I I only say this girl and Soul because they're both gymnasts. I think it was
Yeah,
like that's like their bread and butter. But I would say just give them time
yeah, but I
because
think she
they're
needs to,
still
yeah,
brand new,
yeah, and yeah, Dana Brooks not the person you want to
and she's also a gymnast.
go.
So there
Yeah,
you go. They're all
too many
flipping and doing
flippies,
cartwheels.
bunch of flippies. Andre Chase recognized Duke Hudson and Thea Hale, great work, and Chase U, and
Yes.
the attention's on
Oh,
Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey.
did we miss the promo with Noam Dar talking to the picture?
Nah, that's a little later.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
then
I thought
you
that
had
was the last.
Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams challenge Judgment Day to meet in the NXT in the next few weeks. Finn Balor accepted before the end of the night. Then you also had Lucine Price and Barako Mima announced their debut tag match for next week, which is the new Crime Time, I guess.
I hope not.
I just see them neighborhood wise. I'm like, they're gonna go. If they start selling people shit, then they're gonna Crime Time. Sell people shoes and shit. In Crime Time. NXT Underground returns, and he had Eddie Trope versus Daniel Kemp. This match was fucking crazy.
It was fun. It was fun.
That belly to belly out the ring is
Out the
fucking
ring.
dangerous as shit.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
then you saw this dude Gable Stevenson come out of nowhere and just started suplexing people too.
Looks good. I like the form of his suplexes. So it looks like he knows what he's doing, at least suplex wise. So
Yeah.
that's good, right? That's
Yeah,
what you want.
well, he's an Olympic gold medalist. He should know how to suplex.
Well, they don't just be doing that.
Yeah, that's a lot of things. Like Germans and bellies to bellies, those are things that you're trained
No,
with.
but not release.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
don't do release.
yeah. You usually land them
I
on their
think you
neck.
get disqualified if you do release
Yeah,
during the tournament. I'm just saying.
yeah, yeah. But it was good.
Yes.
Entertaining.
Hmm.
Uh,
Wait. Okay. So who was the champion of NXT Underground,
no one. There was
or at
no
least
champion.
well, who was like the last winner? I think was it Braun
Bobby
Strowman?
Lashley.
It was Bobby Lashley.
He
Okay.
they
Okay.
when they were bit
Oh yeah, the Hurt Business.
business
That's right. They took
they
over.
took over and shit. That was like the last underground.
They need to do that.
Yeah.
The Hurt Business needs to go to NXT and do that.
We have Lyra Valkyrie versus JC Jane. Okay,
That was a
match.
good ass match. I liked it. I liked it.
Um, They have a crowd moment. So they actually wrote crowd moment. It was Gigi's better. That was like something they yelled in the crowd. Channing Stacks, Lorenzo, and Joe Coffey visit Tony D'Angelo in prison to give him the news that they had agreed to a match. If the underboss wins, the Don goes free. If the family gets a title shot. If Coffee wins, Tony D to face trial.
Did they ever say what he did?
I don't know. I
I'm
think
just,
they
I'm.
blamed her for something that happened outside in that whole NXT parking lot, and I think they framed him
Oh,
that he did it.
okay, okay.
I forgot what it was, but it was like it was of someone that he fought, and then they framed him for it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Norm Dar talked Sally to a picture of his Heritage Cup until Metaphor pulled him away to refocus on their future.
This had me dying because I knew what he was doing. I thought he was actually talking to the thing,
Yeah,
and I thought for some reason Nathan Frazier left it sitting there.
yeah.
He was talking to it, but it was a picture, and that made it better.
You also had Gigi Dolan vandalize office of Janie, leaving a note that she could never escape her past.
That's what you get.
Yeah,
Don't be
yeah.
putting
That's what
paint
you
on
get for
people.
leaving your doors open.
Yeah, but don't be putting paint on people. What the hell has that got to
That is
do with
true.
wrestling?
That is true. But also, don't leave your doors open. Lock your doors. That's how
True.
she got in. Doors were
I don't
open.
know. Gigi look like the type that she knows how to pick locks. I'm just
Yeah, she
saying.
probably can. I believe that in NXT world, all the doors are never locked.
I guess so. I guess.
And then our main event is losers leave NXT. Yeah, the Creed brothers versus the Dyad, and the Dyad wins. I was actually surprised with that, but
I
I'm
was
not
surprised.
surprised that I see the Creed brothers going to NXT's main roster soon.
But it was a solid ass match, man. It was good. Like these two, but then again, you have to go with the fact that they have fought each other a lot,
Yeah,
so they should have the chemistry. But yeah, I thought it was a very good match
yeah,
and a nice way to send off the Creed brothers. So
that
and give
is.
the Dyad a win, right? There you go. They won something.
Yep.
And then there's the whole ramification that Ivy is by herself now.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
NXT, we give it.
I'm gonna give it a B plus. I thought it was solid. I might give it an A minus. Like I personally, I liked all the matches. Uh, and some of the story stuff really hit, but the little skit stuff, some of them are actually pretty good. So like Von Wagner killing, killing Javier Barnell for no
Yeah.
reason because he made fun of him. All right,
Oh, and last one,
JCU returning. Like there's a lot of stuff.
there's last thing. Braun Breaker wanted to focus on future beyond NXT, and I just rather interrupted and down face down the rival. They're gonna
And
fight.
also Baron Corbin burnt his stuff.
Yeah.
The serious Baron Corbin. I'm like, okay, what's
Uh,
next for him?
he gonna hurt people now.
So I'm just saying,
He
there was a lot of
focused.
stuff.
He
There's a
gonna
lot of
make
stuff that
people
I
into
actually
sticks.
enjoyed. So
All right. I'll go A minus as well. AEW Dynamite, July 5th. We kick off. Um. So I have while we go into this, I have issues with AEW and keeping my focus on things. But first match we got is Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy versus Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. I'll shout out Keith Lee for launching Darby Allin to the moon and coming back down. That shit was hilarious.
yeah, he did. He did.
But it was a solid match. Solid story worked also. Then also Swerve and Lee still trying to coexist, but they also hate each other as well. So they at least they showcased that, and they showcased that they had a rivalry before. So they showed that little tension here and there. So I was solid match.
Good match. Yep.
Um, we got the Claim versus Blade and the Bollywood Boys.
It was cool to see the Bollywood boys.
Yeah, I was happy to see them. Them tagging
Mm-hmm.
with Blade, I didn't get. I was like, okay.
Yeah, because this wasn't part of the blind tags. I'm like, that's the most blind tag I've ever
I
seen.
was like, I thought there was I thought there was a theme. I was like, oh, is this just a blind tag day? I guess in AEW.
I think it
No,
was Everybody Wears Black and Pink Day,
there
and
you
Blade
go.
only wore black.
Are they Canadian? Is he Canadian?
They are
Because then that
Canadian.
makes sense.
I think no. Well, he's from
They're in
Buffalo.
Canada though.
Maybe no. I think They always say Blade's from Buffalo, but I'm not sure if
That's
he's
close enough.
Canadian. I'm not sure.
That's like a block, a skip it away to
Okay,
Canada.
but I know the Bollywood boys are Canadian.
Yes. Okay, match. Um, I did like the video package of MJF and Adam Cole. I actually think this is the best thing out of the whole mystery tag team shit because they've been making me laugh.
I think so. I think everything they've done so far has been pretty good.
Yeah.
Very solid. The birthday celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Jericho comes out to promo
And Don
and
Callis.
yeah, spot in the family,
Mm, mm,
bunch of
mm.
Canadians.
I mean, somebody called Christian.
Yeah. Adam Cole, MJF versus Butcher and Daddy Magic.
Oh, Magic Meat. Yes, sir. This is my favorite match. I'm sure it wasn't a barn burner,
Yeah,
but
it was a fun match.
it was fun to see Daddy Magic. So,
And it was a happy birthday. He had a cake and he landed up running into the cake.
no, he ain't run into it.
He got
He got. That's what he said. He said I
yeah,
ran it. That sounds like an abused spouse. Don't say that.
yeah.
Mm. Adam Cole pushed him.
We got Owen Hart Memorial Women's Tournament. We had Britt Baker and Ruby Soho. Uh,
And things went differently this time.
yeah, I was happy with the win. The match itself was not their best. They
I didn't
had
think it
better
was bad.
matches.
I didn't think it was like it wasn't boring or anything.
Yeah,
I will say they didn't get the most time, but I don't think it was like a car crash.
yeah.
No, it was fine.
It's not their best match. I think they had better matches though. But it did do thing. Soho wins and she fights Sky Blue next. She's gonna lose that match.
I'm pretty sure she is.
Sky Blue is winning the tournament. The fact that Willow gets hurt now too, I 100% is behind Sky Blue
Well, I
winning it.
mean, she's hurt, but she's having a match with Athena. Is that match taped?
I think no, they moved it to next week.
That's what I mean. Like she's
Yeah,
having a match the next week.
yeah,
Like if she's hurt, only a week time to recuperate?
I guess so. Or Athena's gonna beat her ass.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Athena's gonna beat her ass. See, I would love to see Athena win it, but Sky Blue's gonna be the one winner.
Athena's not in the tournament, though, right?
Yeah,
She's
she
still.
is. She's
She
fighting
is.
Willow. Yeah, because she destroyed the
Hmm.
person she fought.
Hmm. Then I don't know. That changed my perspective. I think Athena might win.
I still have Sky Blue winning. It's just the way they're building her. Like it's very they're pushing her. So the AEW, like when they pushing someone, you really see it. You just see everything that's going on their side. I have a feeling she's winning, and it's gonna be in Chicago. She's winning.
Oh, okay. That's her hometown.
Yep,
Gotcha.
her and
Gotcha.
Punk, they're gonna win it.
Gotcha.
And then our main event, it is Kenny Omega and Rita Ruler. Solid match.
Very good. Very good. I liked it.
Um,
Don't sleep on Wheeler.
yeah,
That boy good.
he's good. It was a really good match, and Omega wins, but then shenanigans.
Well, he's involved in many a storyline. People don't like this man, Kenneth Omega.
Yeah,
He's got guys from overseas that want to beat him up and drop him on his head. He's got he's got guys in his own company that want to beat him up and possibly drop him on his head. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So Kenny's got having a bad time right now.
yep. So, what you give AEW Dynamite?
I'm gonna give it a solid B. I think it was a solid show.
I'll
I
go.
mean, obviously it could have been. I think it could have been better. Some things could have been better, but like, I think it was solid.
I'll go B. Yeah, it was solid. Impact Wrestling, seeing that you watched it and I watched it, so we could go through Impact Wrestling.
Hmm.
It shows on Thursday. Eddie Edwards versus Frankie Kazarian.
That was a good match. I recommend watching that match. That and the tag match at the end, very good,
Yeah,
very good. And PCO, ooh,
yeah.
very good.
You had Sammy Callahan and Rick Swan versus Champagne, Sai, and Seer.
Mm-hmm.
That was an okay match. It was not
Mm.
special. You had Alan Angels versus Jonathan Grisham.
I
There
thought
was
that was
story. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, it was story in it, but I thought that was solid because Angels again, he's getting, I guess, away from was it the design
Yeah, the design. Yeah.
because he keeps failing them, so the guy keeps screaming at him.
Yep.
So it's fine. Let him be his own man. So.
Grisham wins, and
Mm-hmm.
he gives a handshake to Grisham, and then there's some beef between them. Yeah,
Yep.
Trinity knocking on Deanna Perraz's locker room. Trinity thanks Deanna for having her back the next week, but she said, I just want you to be 100% for our matches. She don't want you talking shit if she beats you. That's pretty much what she said.
Yeah,
That's
basically,
what I got.
basically.
PCO versus the Good Hands. Scott Demore joins commentating. Skylar cuts a brief promo on the way out. PCO restands the double clothesline. PCO goes flying. And then Hunch is laid out. PCO flips onto the apron. PCO drops Skylar. Yeah, he wins the match. And then all the shenanigans happen. As you look at the picture of our podcast, he gets burned. They burn him.
That it was some cool stuff, man. You had him versus two guys and he wins. Then you had them one of the guys unhappy that Scott Demore was in the ring celebrating with him, and then Scott Demore pieced him up and hit him with a sky high. I was like, what?
Yeah, actually,
Okay,
Chris won too.
look good, yeah, man. Come on, come on. Just saying. So, and then that leads to the burning of PCL. Makes me sad.
So Slammiversary is this Saturday, and Scott Demore has a mystery tag partner.
Mm. Mm.
So it's Bully Ray and Diener versus Scott Demore and someone blank. Now, as you talk about it, there's a big chance it is Alan Angels.
I think it's D'Lo Brown.
D'Lo Brown. I don't think he could go like that though. Is he
Just for one
Canadian?
match. Just for one. Oh, he's a Canadian. Yeah, yeah, he's not Canadian. P.D. Williams.
P.
There
Really?
you
I can see
go.
that, but he's working in WWE right now.
Oh my God. I don't even think I knew that.
He's backstage.
Damn.
Giselle
That makes me sad.
Shaw versus Courtney Rush. Giselle
That was good.
wins.
That
Good
was
match.
this one. It was a solid match, but it had more story to it. Also, I didn't realize that the reason for everybody for the Death Dolls transformation was because one of them, obviously, Courtney Rush lost her demon,
Yeah,
but also Jessica lost her memory.
yeah.
So I didn't know that.
And now
I was
they're
like,
80s kids.
ah, yeah,
They
yeah.
look like 80 punk
They
kids.
they look like they're having the time of their lives.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I've
actually
never
enjoying
seen
it. I thought it was cool.
I've never seen her without her face paint. So I'm like, I
Yeah.
didn't know who that was. I swear to you.
So when she first started doing that, I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" And then I was like, "Oh
Exactly.
shit, that's good. All right, cool." But
Hmm.
it was cool. Kenny King is walking into the lobby.
This had me dying.
Yeah, Henry stripper Kenny video. Henry pops
Good.
up.
Uh,
King and Sheldon talked about Henry and has no friends, and then he said, "Oh
say
no,
his name.
just say his name." Your Mar pops up, and he's gonna be
uh,
his tag partner.
they again, like I understand they're the smallest of like what's considered the big leagues, right? But like Impact needs to get recognition for when they do stuff right. Like that whole segment
Yeah,
was funny from the beginning to the end.
yeah,
From the girls taking pictures and giving him money
yeah,
to the guy saying if you say his name and then one dude shows up and then he says if you say his name and his partner show
yeah.
come on,
It was a
give him
good
credit.
segment, and then you also got the announcer confirmed that Henry will be fighting King, plus Kazarian and versus Edwards with Tracy Brooks and Asai at the ringside at Slammiversary on July 15th. So Tracy Brooks is like the
Yes,
one of the
sir.
original knockouts. She's been in,
Couples fights
yeah,
because they're both married.
yeah.
The other thing we missed, Moose and Myers.
Oh yeah,
They were a tag team and they had a backstage interview. and it was pretty funny because uh Myers was fine. He was like, "Yeah, we're fine. We're gonna do this." And then she asked a question, and then Moose he got all deep and introspective,
Yeah.
and he walked away. And then Myers was like, "Damn it, thanks, Gia. Now I gotta do work at work."
I need to
uh,
see Myers with the world title one day. That's my goal.
I mean,
He don't
yes,
care. I
yeah,
don't think
yeah,
he cares. I would like to see it because I think he has that skill to be that guy, but
yeah. Hmm.
I don't think
Hmm.
he cares. I was surprised
Um,
he was digital champion at least.
true enough. He hasn't been tag champ with my Cardona yet.
Impact no.
At least that.
Yeah.
At least that.
Shouts out to Power Town
Oh yeah,
Wrestling.
yeah.
They go from pre-order on my birthday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely gonna try to get them. The fact that it's the NWA and the digital title on both of them, I was like, damn, they actually went there with that. And there's the it's the Road Fifth Matt Cardona and shit. I was like, fuck, damn,
I mean, I have to give them credit because I agree. Those are like some of the best face scans. Period.
I would say they're very they're like 1-to-1 with the Super Sevens, and I was like, wow, that shit's good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And our main event is the Motor City Machine Guns versus Nick Aldis and Leo Rush. It's a very solid tag team match. It was a really fun match to watch. And then seeing, I always liked Leo Rush, so seeing him back
Yes, sir.
is cool. I like Nick Aldis. I got respect for him watching him in NWA and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
I haven't. Well, I didn't watch him when he was in Magnus in early Impact, but I watched him more on NWA when we were watching when um the X was there.
Yeah.
This guy
Yeah.
when it was
That's
good,
true. Yeah, you're right.
not
Before the
racist.
pandemic, yeah. I mean, it was. It was before the pandemic.
Yeah,
NWA was it.
yeah, it was fucking phenomenal. And then they got racist, and a lot of shit happened, and it's not the same.
R.I.P. to the question mark. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, it's a lot of
but
stuff.
Leo Rush wins and Nick Aldis win. Good match.
I need a question mark too.
Yes,
I need a question mark too.
maybe one day.
And it needs to be Aaron Stevens.
Yeah, that would be cool.
He's the only one I feel is qualified to take the mantle of the question mark.
Yeah. All right. Where you give Impact?
I'm gonna give it a A minus. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it had moments. I thought Tristan Scott, the more piece a man up like that was awesome.
Yeah.
They tried to kill PCO. Like, dude, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, go. Yeah, go A minus. It was good. It was a good show. We go to SmackDown, and we kick off with the Tribal Chief trial. The trial of the Tribal Chief. This
Can
was
I
in Madison Square Garden too.
can I say one thing though? Can
Go
you
ahead.
tell you how good this segment was? That they put this immediately up on YouTube like right after it happened.
This
I'm just
segment.
saying they hardly ever do that.
So I will say this segment was about 40 minutes long. 40 minutes long. And to have the crowd in the palm of your hands for 40 minutes of a whole talking segment, that shows something.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
Not a lot of people could do that. It was amazing. I thought that everything they did was great, and even towards the ending of the SmackDown, it was even better to have that end SmackDown. Um, Shout outs if you watch the digital media of WWE. LA Knight came out and um, gave this crew Hit Row the business, and then New York was 100% behind LA Knight as well. That was actually really cool. But this segment, man, this is like Emmy TV kind of shit. Like it was so fucking good. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing bad about it. It was
Yeah,
really
man.
fucking good.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
I love. I'm not gonna lie. I love the picture they have on the site of Jay with the belt. I'm
yeah,
just saying. I'm just saying. Stop playing games.
yep,
Only one man can do it.
yeah.
I love Cody, but
Cody's
he,
not it.
nah, not after all this, man. Not
Yeah.
after all this.
So, and then I'm reading a lot of people's perspective, things like that. One that made sense too is like, what if Jimmy's the real heel of the whole situation?
Mm.
Dun dun dun.
I mean, if you look at it from what's best for the family, he's kind of being the most selfish
Yeah.
because he just wants to go back to the Usos
Mhm.
and how things were before the family was a thing. But look at what's happened since the bloodline's been a thing. They've been basically main eventing everything. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
And then we got action. We got the United States champion Austin Theory versus Sheamus.
That was good.
That was
That was
really
good.
good.
That was
But
good.
Pretty Deadly got in the way, interfered. Theory wins.
See, that's what happens when you have fun.
Yeah.
You really don't gotta be like, but he got some friends.
There you go. We got the Grayson Waller effect, and his guest was Edge.
The rated R superstar.
Again, talking about the conversation, actually holding a promo and keeping up with having a crowd into your promo. This was the second segment that was just mainly promo that went into a match that was fucking good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, AJ Styles versus Karrion Cross. I wish this had more time to tell a story, but it is
Mm,
what it is. Styles
I agree.
wins.
I agree.
You got women's division chaos, as in Io Sky almost cashed in the Money in the Bank. Thank you, Bianca, for fucking that up. They had it.
Yes.
They had it.
Yes.
Damn you, Bianca. It's all her fault.
So this is gonna be the inevitable triple threat. So
Yep,
you know what
that's
I mean.
gonna be SummerSlam, which is looking SummerSlam.
Now, if Io's smart, she'll wait,
Yeah,
and whoever wins that, she'll cash in.
yeah. Edge versus Grayson Waller. This was a great match.
Say it
This
again.
good. This was a good match. Really good match.
Oh, him
Edge,
versus
Grayson
Waller.
Waller.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was good. That was good.
Um. Uh,
Again, don't sleep on Grayson Waller, man. I'm glad he's okay because he was hurt, but
yeah.
there
I,
you go. Like he literally isn't this his first full match
this
on the
was.
main roster?
I will say this was John Cena versus Kurt Angle. Like that the moment for John Cena that he lost the match, but with the ruthless aggression, this was his moment with Edge.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
did not have to win the match, but he looked amazing in it. He kept up with Edge, even with promo wise, he kept up with Edge and all. So, yo, Waller, I was telling you, Waller versus LA Knight, U.S. title at WrestleMania.
Hmm.
Even though
But who's gonna take it off of Theory? That's the thing.
I think LA Knight,
Okay, okay.
I wouldn't mind Waller, but Waller again, the WWE doesn't do a lot of heel versus heel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So they'll have to have one of them go face and stuff like that. So that's why I would say LA Knight could be the one to take it, and then they fight at Mania. But I wouldn't mind Waller being U.S. champ and LA Knight going after it too, because there's more storyline, especially with the babyface.
Mm. I agree.
Because
I agree.
you're kind of forced LA Knight into babyface now. He's not a
Mm.
babyface yet, but you're kind of forcing him as a babyface because he is getting cheered.
Mm.
Because he's still doing the scumbag shit.
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't care. No. But
Yeah.
see, he's going into that territory where he's like an anti-hero
Yeah.
because he's not bad or good. He
Yeah.
doesn't care if the fans boo him or cheer him.
Yeah. And then at the end of the night, again, more amazing story between Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. They take down Jimmy. They beat the shit out of him. Jey comes for the save, and he holds the title up,
Yes, sir.
challenging for the Universal title.
Yes, sir.
SmackDown, where you give it?
I want to give him an S, but I'm gonna give it an A plus.
I'm gonna go
I'm gonna give
A just cause honestly, you could have saved Cross and AJ for next week if you was gonna do a lot of that time, and just throw something else in there. I feel like that match could have has a little bit more time. Other than that, the show was fantastic.
yeah. Okay, I agree. I agree.
So I'll go A. All right. AEW Collision. Did you watch?
No.
All right, so I'll run through it. It was actually a solid. It was actually a show worth watching. It was actually really solid. It had some good matches. Yeah, Ricky Stark versus Powerhouse Hobbs. It was a really solid match, and then he beat the crap out of QT Marshall, which always makes me happy.
No, damn it.
It's all his fault.
I will not take this QT slander. Stop it.
Julia Hart versus local talent. You know who wins. It was though not nothing special of a match, but it is what it is. To fill, pretty much they had announced that they had to cancel the match between Willow and Athena, but they also had a promo which was pretty solid. Athena's gonna kill her.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's gonna
Mm-hmm.
happen. FTR versus Juice Robinson, Jay White, amazing match, really good tag team match. Very solid, going back and forth. Bullet Club Gold wins, and now they're number one contenders for the tag team titles. This sounds like a WWF thing to do.
What, the win and then be the
Mhm.
number one?
Yep.
Yeah, because I think they dropped the roster thing, and I know whose fault it is. It's Hook's fault
Yep.
because Hook would be number one contender for every belt.
Yeah, because he's undefeated.
Somebody recently put together the list of the undefeated stars. You know who's on that list?
Who?
Paige Van Zant and Paul White.
Yeah,
He's
White
four.
fought once.
She's 1-0, and Paul White is 4-0.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, against QT.
Oh, God damn it! Stop it,
QT
please,
got punched a couple times.
please, stop it.
You have Action Andretti versus Scorpio Sky. It was actually a solid match. Giving back
Hmm.
Scorpio Sky wins.
Welcome back.
And then our main event was Samoa Joe versus CM Punk for the Owen Hart tournament. CM Punk wins. Very good match. Very hard hitting back and forth. Um, Punk wins with the go to sleep, and then Joe gets back up and beats the shit out of Punk, and then FTR comes for the save.
That see, I did not see the match, but that clip of Joe Punk going for the handshake and then Joe just being like, "I was always better than you," while he's choking him out, had me dying laughing.
Yep, that's what Punk do. That's what Joe do.
That's what
Don't
Joe
trust
do.
that man.
Don't shake his hand.
You see what he did to Rey Mysterio? He went to AJ Styles'
Exactly.
house.
You
You don't
yeah,
trust that man.
Wendy.
You don't trust that man.
So
That
what
was
he said
original
to Jeff
wrestling.
Hardy on national television, don't trust him.
Exactly. Um, I'll give it a minus show.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff.
All right. That's the this week of wrestling. Um,
Yes, sir.
we go to a podcast we listen to. Listen to Big E's second part of After the Bell. No,
Same thing.
no
Hmm.
Big E. Shout outs to Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. Brian Myers was not on the show this week, but they talk about their figures that are going about to go on pre-order, so definitely check that out. From Powertown. Did I listen to anyone else? Ryan Sand had Mike Roman.
Okay, that's cool.
Um, if you listen to any of his interviews, it's kind of the same stuff. So I did not listen to it, but I kind of know his story wise. So
Oh, you
usually,
talking about Mike Rome?
yeah.
Oh no, I have not heard his. Okay.
Jay Lethal's also on Chris Van Vliet.
I did hear some of that one. That was a holdover from the right after the pandemic, I
Oh,
believe.
okay. So he's been putting up repeats because he did also did that Xavier Wood one.
Oh, he put that one up. Okay, okay.
Yeah. All right. And then we go to the wrestling retrospect, and it is your pick. So who do you pick?
Hmm. You know what? No, I'm not gonna pick because it's. I would like to do somebody else, and I thought about it, and you know what? I wanted to give him some shine because every time he shows up, he always shows out, but he never gets the recognition he deserves. This week, I'm gonna pick Willie Mack.
Willie Mack. All right, that's good. So we got Willie Mack for this week. Wrestling retrospect.
I I recommend if you can find some of his AAA matches.
All right. I've seen a lot of his
Hmm.
I've seen a lot of his Lucha Underground he was on, so I saw a lot of the stuff on there,
Hmm.
and he had quite a few matches on there. He had a like with Swerve with Brian Cage. I think that was the first time I saw him and Brian Cage fight.
Okay.
It's on the ground. So yeah, definitely Willie Mack would be your next pick. I know one I definitely know that I really enjoyed was him versus Brian Myers in
When
Impact
Impact?
Wrestling.
Okay.
They had like a little rivalry during a point, so it was actually good. All right, we'll wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. Thank you for listening. I am Mark the Mike. Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. All Mark the Mike. Also, follow my TikTok, Mark the Mike. I am posting a lot of figure photography and a bunch of other things, so definitely check it out when you get a chance. And follow our second link.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere. Red Cycle Nick. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify.
Yep.
And we got a WordPress, so check it out.
All right. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
He's hungry.
Peace.